The greatest. The greatest. I know what I'm talking about.
You think you're tough?
That's it. It's over.
You be all right. You tough, right?
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tough Glove Boxing. First of all, salute to everybody for coming through. Hit the like button for your boy. I know a lot of you haven't been getting notifications when my videos are coming out. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube thing, but go ahead and make sure that the bell is clicked so that you'll get a notification anytime I'm going live, which I do every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. We do a little thing on Tough Glove Boxing called Boxing for Breakfast. Unfortunately, due to a recent strike, I won't be out of YouTube jail until next week to resume that. So until then, I'm gonna hit you in the head with these videos as promised. And without further ado, we're gonna get right into the ish. You understand? We heard what's been going on with Teofimo Lopez, clout chasing as usual. Our boy Terence Crawford, every time he does something great, here comes Teofimo Lopez trying to infringe on the success in some type of way, trying to leech off of the promotion. And listen, at the end of the day, I'm not mad. If you want to fight with somebody, back in the days, that's what they used to do. They used to show up and apply pressure. We saluted Andrade for doing the same thing to Canelo. So I'm not going to say I'm mad at Teofimo Lopez for actually showing up to the fights and trying to apply pressure. However, I do have an issue with that same thing, but it's not for the reasons. It's not for him not supposed to show up to press conferences and press the fighters. It's what fighter he's pressing that I have a problem with and why. Now, this situation is a total clout chase situation. Nobody can deny that. Teofimo Lopez is a great fighter, depending on what opponent and what night he's on, for that event. And he's been living off of the Lomachenko win, since then. Like, that's his claim to greatness. He tried to re-up it with the Josh Taylor win, but it lost a little bit of its luster because we know Josh Taylor wasn't what he was supposed to be. Simple Jack Catterall had already beat him, showing that there was decline there. Nevertheless, Teofimo Lopez looked spectacular against an elite level former undisputed champion. We cannot take that away from him. However, after that, the performances have been pretty lackluster. Now, with the fact that Teofimo Lopez wants to fight Terence Crawford, I'm not mad at it. Just like I'm not mad at Terence Crawford wanting to fight Canelo. I'm just going to be 100% real with you, right? But it doesn't make sense. The fight with Canelo versus Crawford makes sense to a certain extent for a certain, like most people feel like Terence Crawford cannot win that fight. And I myself feel it's an uphill battle. Okay? I've always admitted that. But does the fight make sense? It does, only because Terence Crawford is the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. He has accolades that like he's only one of two male boxers that have the accolades he have. His name is big, and Canelo, he fought Jermell Charlo, and he's fighting other fighters coming up from weight. Why not add one of the biggest names in boxing to your resume? So in a sense like that, it makes sense. Also, it's a very winnable fight, not like the David Benavidez fight that he's running from. So that's why it would make sense, as well as it being the most profitable fight that he could have and been offered thus far. Okay, so those are reasons why a Terence Crawford versus Canelo fight will make sense. A Terence Crawford versus Teofimo Lopez fight makes absolutely no sense. Let's just say, for the sake that we got the greatest Teofimo Lopez on that night, right? And he was able to pose a risk to Terence Crawford, which none of us feel that he will be able to, right? But let's just say he was. How would the fight make sense? Terence Crawford no longer fights at 147. He's at 154. So what I would think you would do, you're still at 140, calling out somebody who already cleared out the division above you, right? And is moving to 154. He is now a champion at 154. So if you really want to fight Terence Crawford, move up to 154 instead of all of the clout chasing that you're doing. But before we get into that smoke, right? Turki Alalshikh is not out here playing. Let's see and hear what Turki Alalshikh had to respond to Canelo Alvarez. This is Turki Alalshikh responding and said, I heard what Canelo said, that he respects me, but doesn't like the way we do business. Okay? As for him respecting me, it doesn't matter to me if he does or not? As for the way I do business, I know why he doesn't like it, because I only target the big fights at fair prices. So, of course, anyone who likes easy fights won't like that. No lies told thus far. Bear with me. And I know how he feels after losing to Bivol. So he's been looking for easier fights ever since. Also, and really, when you think about it, Bivol was the last time Canelo Alvarez challenged himself. But let's get into it. Let me let the Sheik finish, right? Also, I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting Benavidez or Crawford. Smoke. So that narrative kills y'all's lie that y'all got out there in social media saying that Turki Alalshikh changed his mind because of Bud Crawford's performance. Okay? That line right there lets you know that he still thinks Canelo fears Bud. So it had nothing to do with his Bud Crawford's performance why Turki Alalshikh changed his mind. Just wanted to point that out. Because, you know, Tough Glove Boxing, we've been going live. I haven't been doing these videos like this. But, you know, when I used to do these videos, what I was known for, I used to kill them narratives, boy. I used to body slam them narratives. Y'all remember? We back at it, though. But anyway, therefore, I knew he was wasting our time and making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid. So I'm continuing my way to make big fights that serve the boxing world, not Canelo, right? The boxing world. And he's on his way to making easy show only fights. Fact. The truth of the matter is the fact that the fights that Canelo are having right now have no impact on the sport of boxing whatsoever. Nothing Canelo is doing after the Bivol situation has had any impact on the sport of boxing. It's only served Canelo. And salute to Jaime Munguia and the young fighters that he's choosing that's getting that bag. But as far as for the sport part of it, yeah, Canelo was done with that. And this is how Turki Alalshikh responded. He doesn't see, this is the thing with Canelo, like, who are you? Is like Turki Alalshikh, like, I don't need your respect. Business has nothing to do with us respecting each other. Some of the best business that's done are done between people who don't even like each other. And that's how they keep that shit business. So you respecting me or liking me or you know, wanting to rock with me or not, that have nothing to do with the bottom line. Is you or is you not with the shit? That's how Turkey come in with it. So salute to that. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo is wasting his time because as good a fighter as he is, as good a fighter as Teofimo is, as great a fighter as he is, he has wasted his time. Let me let y'all just listen to a little bit of this. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. First of all, salute to all of my dope channels that y'all see in my dope channel alert. Whether y'all rock with me a lot, I get value in your content. I want to also point out Boss Hog Boxing was talking some crazy shit that I would like to, you know, talk a little. I'm waiting for him to go live because he was talking not about me or anything, but about Crawford, talking about how he think Crawford lost the fight. I'm curious to see, you know, him go up against somebody that gives a little pushback on that, because I would have expected him, of all people, to have seen a clear win for a Budrick. But, you know, it is what it is. But shout out to him. But he'll be on my dope channel alert too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you don't got to agree with everything I say. All you got to do is do what I do and love the sport of boxing. You understand? You don't make consistent content about boxing unless you love it, because nobody's getting rich doing this shit. Well, the majority of the people, right? So salute to Boss Hog Boxing. But I would like to give a little pushback on that shit he was talking about Madrimov versus Terence Crawford. But in the meantime, right, Teofimo Lopez is out here showing up to rehab season events, right? Things that have nothing to do with him. I don't know if he thought that this was a top ranked card or anything like that, but he's complaining and mad that they're not showing his picture on the big screen for the fans to see. You know, this has nothing to do with you. Like, Turki Alalshikh has invited you to nothing, right? And while I think that he can make some big fights with you, you don't want that damn smoke. And that's why he's not interested in you. They closed the door on Teofimo Lopez. Like, nah, you ain't getting no access to nothing over here. All of the hating you was doing on my boy Shakur Stevenson, on Terence Crawford, on the other fighters there. Now you're trying to gain access to the bag because Bud Crawford is close to the plug. Essentially, this is what this is. But anyway, here we go.
Oh my gosh. How's it going? Bro, Hall of Fame at 20.
Shout out to Fight Hub TV. Let me not disrespect them. I'll put my grid up, but shout out to Fight Hub TV for capturing this, right? Entertainment purposes only.
25 in boxing, and you just said that to me.
It's funny, I just ran into
Blueberry.
Not in there. Did he just say that?
Wait.
Oh my gosh. How's it going? Bro, Hall of Fame at 25 in boxing, and you just said that.
Hall of Fame at 25 in boxing. Is Teofimo Lopez in the Hall of Fame yet? Is he in there yet? From what I understand, right? Is he in there yet? And he's 27 right now. So he's 27 right now. So he's using that credential to try to get access into Terence Crawford's post-fight situation so he can probably clout chase and act like he wants to fight and have his people yell stupid shit, right? Which nobody, you know, Bud Crawford don't deserve that, especially after the performance that he had. And then especially Teofimo Lopez's response to the performance, he couldn't even give him credit and say, yeah, Terence Crawford won a hard-ass fight. You know, he came out on top. He did his thing. He had to hate when they asked him how he felt, talking about he shouldn't be getting hit that much by somebody. This, like, you don't know how to read the room, Teofimo Lopez. Nobody don't want to let you in there to post-fight press conference after you made a statement like that. After you made a statement hating while you calling for a fight with him.
It's funny, I just ran into
People talk about all of this respect that Canelo Alvarez deserves and how Turki Alalshikh don't got no respect, and that's why Canelo don't want to deal with him and he don't want to deal with Benavidez because they don't show no respect. But what respect has Teofimo Lopez and them shown Bud Crawford? You see the double standards? But we're gonna crush all of that shit here. But let's let you hear Teofimo Lopez, because then he gonna get deep with the conversation. You know how Teo, he's a thinker, right? He take it deep. Let's hear how he responds to not getting let into the post-press conference.
Blueberry.
Not in there. Did he just say that?
Wait.
Oh my gosh. How's it going? Bro, Hall of Fame at 25 in boxing, and you just said that to me.
It's funny, I just ran into him.
What? You already got the credentials with that. This is the credential. Plus what
Right
it
here,
is.
baby. Right here's the
sugar
credential.
ray.
They asked my man for his credential. He said, this is the credential. That's the problem. This is an event that has nothing to do with him. It's not a top rank event, right? He holds no power at this, you know, nothing. Was he even invited? Did they invite him here, or did he come? Did he come with the top rank crew?
We gotta go.
Now, if you notice, they show Shakur Stevenson, right? Which is probably why he's extra mad. They showed Shakur Stevenson sitting next to Turki Alalshikh, talking to Turki Alalshikh. Turki Alalshikh said, yo, and made it clear that, yeah, I'm picking up Shakur Stevenson too. I didn't hear nothing about Teo yet. And Teo he should be there, but he moving wrong.
Don't tell me, man.
All right, guys, let's go. Come on. Let's go today. They're the one here, nothing you gotta say. I already did what I had to do, bro.
Yeah, his father's trying to real
No,
him.
what I think is fucking full of racism in this motherfucker. Because yes, it is, because at the same time, and racism
My man said racism.
is in many different ways. It is not just by color, my man. It is in many different ways. And understand the acronyms on this.
And if you steal from a man, you can replace what you steal. And always cross in the green, never in between. Honorable Elijah Muhammad Ali floats like a butterfly and stings like a...
I mean, come on, man.
It's not just by color, my man. It's in many different ways. And understand the acronyms on this. Absolutely.
Understand what acronyms, Teofimo Lopez?
Yes, because no, relax. It's one thing. It's about boxing. Boxing is the origin. You guys don't make any of this. You guys can have other venues, absolutely, but you guys don't make anything without fucking fighters. You guys take this shit too personal. It's business. Everything's business.
My brother, it's always business, never personal.
I don't know what the fuck Teofimo
Business.
talking about.
Everything. And the thing that hurts the most, is that I bled for this, I sweated for this, and I cried for this. And all you guys, nothing.
My man, you shitted on your fan base. The Puerto Ricans used to rock with you, right? You shitted on them. And then, you know, because Subriel Matias came, you started hating on him. You and Punch Drunk started hating on him, right? And then y'all celebrated his fall. And then after that, like, it's just, bro, you put yourself in all of these situations, and then you tell people, and you always the first to bring up race and say how it doesn't matter, and we brothers from another mother, but that's not how your actions are. Now, I don't believe Teofimo Lopez is a rabid racist. I believe his father might have some of them traits and shit, but, you know, I believe Teo grew up with everybody, but I just think that Teo mentally, you know, he's not, I mean, he just seems a bit, just something seems a little off, right? I'm not saying he's not intelligent, because he is intelligent, right? But he just has a way of articulating himself that, you know, I don't feel like he's really good at conveying his thoughts to the people, like taking it from here and making it come out here in an articulate enough way. I think that he has a bunch of thoughts jumbled together, and he's trying to get his ideas and views out. Okay, so I see what he's saying, but you can't shit on people and talk shit about people and then try to be kumbaya. And then now you chasing Terence Crawford, which is a fight that don't even make sense. Since you ran from all of the smoke at 140, you still got smoke at 140 where you're supposed to be the king. So either you're going to be the king of 140 and face the other fighters at 140, right? Or you're going to move up to 147, which is in your division that has no Terence Crawford, take on Brian Norman Jr., boots in it's the smoke that's up there. Or you're going to shut the fuck up and jump up 2 divisions, fight somebody at 154, right? To prove that you can even hang with somebody at 154 before you even attempt to go for a Crawford fight. So all of this shit that he's doing, I'm saying, is he's wasting time. He's 27 years old right now, and his legacy is nothing of what it should be. And then you got people like Punch Drunk who keeps encouraging his ass, right? And I'm a roast this shit all day.
Canelo Alvarez, the 4-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nello, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get the fucking out of here, man.
Let's
Gave
go.
Terence Crawford an ultimatum. You want me? ¿Tú quieres pelear conmigo? ¿Tú quieres pelear conmigo? ¿Tú quieres Turkey? Jive Turkey? You want to put the...
Now, first of all, Canelo said Teofimo Lopez, if he fights Teofimo Lopez, you know, he'll then think about it. Man, get the Canelo didn't guarantee shit. And even if Canelo said that he'll fight Terence Crawford after Terence Crawford fight Teofimo Lopez, Terence Crawford would tell him to go kick rocks like Turki Alalshikh did. Canelo has no pull, or nobody needs him in this situation. This is what I'm saying. The only people that need Canelo right now is Al Heyman. That's the PPC. That's the only company that needs a Canelo right now, apparently.
Right? You have to put Teofimo Lopez first. You got to fight Teofimo Lopez first, Terence Crawford. Tell him, Canelo.
See, look at his face. He don't even believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to hit him. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. You clout chasing. You know damn well Terence Crawford is going to put the beats on this guy. If he really wanted that smoke, he will be making the moves to do it. But this is all a publicity stunt. But what I'm saying is he's wasting time. He's wasting time. He's affecting his own legacy. The same thing that happened after the Lomachenko situation is happening again. And it continues to happen. He needs other people around him that got his best interest in mind. Turki Alalshikh don't give a damn about no Canelo. Turki Alalshikh said, nah, we can't pay that. You ain't worth that for what? Let me tell y'all something what I love, right? More than likely, the next fight is going to be Virgil Ortiz and versus Terence Crawford. All right, I'm just letting y'all know that now, and I think that's a fantastic fucking fight. I think that'd be a great fight. Providing Virgil Ortiz looks good and get past his opponent here, that's a fight that we need to happen. See, that's how Virgil Ortiz is up at 154, talking that shit, looking for that smoke, doing what he got to do, not waiting on anybody, just moving and doing what he got to do until he moved himself in position. Meanwhile, Boots is still at 147, saying he wants to be undisputed, but at the same time, his father saying he'll knock out Madrimov, but he won't move to 154 to fight Terence Buck Crawford, but he wants to fight with Terence Buck Crawford, or Terence Buck Crawford is actually ducking Boots in this. Like, none of this shit is making sense to me. None of it is making sense to me. All of this hate, Terence Crawford is getting a lot of hate, right? But more than that, he's getting a lot of people clout chasing him. I know that had to hurt Teofimo Lopez as he watched Shakur Stevenson on the string with Turki Alalshikh telling him, listen, you got to let me know now what you want to do. As Shakur Stevenson leaves Top Rank, no longer on Top Rank, making his own moves, he's on that screen. He's on that screen. He's close to Terence Crawford. Always showed his support. So, yeah, Terence Crawford going to pull him in into his wing, hug him in, and bring him in. Now you on the outskirts because you was moving the wrong way. Everybody liked you in the beginning, remember? And it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Because Teofimo Lopez's career should be where it is, but you harping too long on a goddamn... But let me tell you something. Terence Crawford had the biggest fight of his life, and he performed in an immaculate manner last year against Errol Spence in one of the most anticipated fights of the decade. Over-exceeded expectations. Just over a year after that, he continues to add to his legacy by becoming a 4-division world champion in what I would say was a tough fight, because really most fights are tough, but it was a tough fight, but one that he won convincingly by most boxing experts. Is it that he did it with no resistance? No, he had some damn good resistance against arguably one of the other best fighters at 154. And that remains to be seen, because in Madrimov's next outing, if we're what the eye test tells us, if he's what the eye test tells us he is, then that win is going to age very well. So we're not even tripping on that shit y'all talking right now. But what we did in this video was we crushed the narrative that Turki Alalshikh decided to move on from Canelo because he no longer thinks that Bud can perform against Canelo after Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. The other thing we need to say is that Teofimo Lopez is still wasting time. He's still wasting time. What kind of deal did he sign with Top Rank? His business moves have not been very smart. For all of the fighters that Turki Alalshikh is trying to put together, right? For Tank and Canelo to just be acting like divas, he shows you exactly what they are. Easy show-only fights. And now I really need to take Tank Davis out of there. I don't want to put Tank Davis in there because that Frank Martin fight, I was impressed on how he handled it. These are the fights we need to start seeing him in. And I'm confident that we're not going to see Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with any more tomato cans. More than likely, we're going to see him in there with Jose Venezuela, which I think is a good fight. I think that's a good fight. Jose Venezuela just clearly defeated Isaac Cruz, and that was going to be the fight against Tank Davis. And as you can see, Jose Venezuela let you know that all Tank Davis was going to do was wash Isaac Cruz. So Jose Venezuela kind of interrupted the free money, but we're going to see if Tank going to take that smoke. And that's a fight I'll watch this year. If that's going to be on the main event, I'll take that. Jose Venezuela versus Tank, I'll take that. I don't give a shit about nothing Canelo doing, though. But salute to Edgar Berlanga for getting the bag. You know what I mean? And if Punch Drunk Boxing is really big, and this is, and even though I did hit him with the little joke, right? I rock with his channel. He got good content. It can't be denied, right? It just is what it is. We disagree on this particular situation. But Teofimo Lopez, I do believe, should be in the mix with all of these fighters, but it's because of his own undoing, excuse me, why he's not. And he's being lazy with his career right now. And Boots Ennis need to stop leading the fans of Trey. Man, I actually saw a clip where ES News, and I'm not going to use none of his shit, right? But he was going around hating on Terence Crawford after the fight, telling people, yeah, you know, did you think Terence Crawford won? I thought he lost. And, you know, shit like that. But he asked Boots Ennis, yeah, I think you would knock out Terence Crawford and all this. And Boots Ennis tells ES, make the fight happen. Let's make it happen. Make what happen? Let's make what happen, Boots? I would love to see Boots start sharing common opponents with Terence Bud Crawford, like Terence Bud Crawford did with Errol Spence. I would love to see that. Fight Madrimov. Fight the Meme Machine. Fight some more common opinion. You picked really one of the softest touches in David Avanesian, and Terence Crawford put that boy to sleep. It ain't like Boots Ennis beat David Avanesian worse than Terence Crawford did. Terence Crawford he put him to sleep. Now they talking about Terence Bud Crawford's power didn't carry up, but let's talk about what nobody is talking about. I was watching Greg Hackett, right? He was having an interview conducted on him the other day. And they were talking about the glove situation. Now, I did see a channel making fun about how, oh, they didn't give him his gloves, and so that's why he couldn't knock him out. Now, every fighter has their particular gloves that they like to wear, including Bud Crawford. So you explain to me how you have gloves that are signed off on, right? See, Eddie Hearn tried to do some slick shit. When you put the commentary and you match it with the shit that went on behind the scenes, the issue with the gloves bursting wasn't on Bud Crawford's part. They made it seem like that. What happened was Madrimov and them, they had their gloves, right? That he wears. Terence Crawford had the gloves that he wears. And then they changed the rule on the last minute and said that Madrimov, the gloves were already signed off, but they said that Madrimov was going to wear another pair of gloves, like those the set of gloves that he wore. And so Bud Crawford and his team like, nah, we already got gloves that's been signed on. How he just gonna wear those gloves? So they said, well, they not moving on that. He's wearing these gloves. So if you have a problem with it, you wear the same gloves that he's wearing. So Bud Crawford and them picked a pair of his gloves. They picked a pair of Madrimov's gloves that had been signed off on to wear the same gloves. And when they were warming up, the glove bust open. So why nobody talking about that? So then he had to put another pair of gloves. That's why his gloves were so hard and like, you know, the foam wasn't really worked. But nobody talking about that. Right? Everybody let that go right under the radar like they didn't hear it. But nope, Tough Glove Boxing heard it. Yeah. They did an interview with Greg Hatchett where they brought that up. He didn't speak on it. Greg Hatchett, he was like, hey, well, you know, the right man got the win. There was some funny shit going on there with the gloves. And it wasn't on Bud Crawford's side. So for people acting like, oh, his power didn't carry up, it looked like his power carried up to me at the very end when he had Madrimov hugging and holding on, when he was lifting that boy up with them body shots, and Madrimov stumbled to the corner after that, you know, when the bell was saving them ribs, like, damn, them body shots was thumping. I'll debate anybody who think Madrimov won. I be listening to some of these debates and the people that they be going against. I be like, yo, y'all not hitting these niggas with facts. Y'all letting them talk about the CompuBox numbers. Like, did you watch the fight with your eyes? I'm watching them and I'm listening to them call a fight a whole different fight than I'm watching. Terence Bud Crawford hitting uppercuts and all type of shit. They don't even mention nothing. And you know they watching the fight because Terence Crawford land 2 double uppercuts. Madrimov do his little slick shit, land a counter right. Oh, the right hand. So they see everything Madrimov is doing. While Bud Crawford is hitting his ass, they talking about how Madrimal's movement is throwing off Bud's timing. Like how? He's eating jabs. Look at his eye after the fight. How good was he really moving? So we clout chasing now. Y'all doing what Teofimo Lopez doing. So yeah, I'll take Virgil Ortiz over Canelo. I think that's actually a better fight and make more sense to me. And it moves the sport of boxing forward, right? Number one, because it's a valid opponent, a valid defense. Nobody else rushing to fight Virgil Ortiz. So we got Canelo Alvarez, who turned down his highest payday to fight Terence Bud Crawford. Wants no smoke with David Benavidez. Then he gets and has the nerve to talk about Terence Bud Crawford, right? Terence Bud Crawford should face Canelo. I mean, Lopez. Hold on, what the hell is going on here? There we go. Yeah, this is what. Let me show y'all. Let me let y'all hear it. Shout out to Fight Help again. Let me show my respect. Put the grid up.
Felicidades a todos. Sí, pero yo como le digo.
No, tienes que decirle.
Listen to him.
No merece pelear contigo. Sí, no merece. Después de
no, aparte pelea, yo no estoy pidiendo esa pelea. Al final
claro que no.
Yo creo que Crawford needs to fight Teofimo first, and then we'll see, right? At the end.
Look, he don't even really want to say that. Look, how you got Canelo? You know what Canelo did? Canelo, yo, imagine somebody running from a dog. Canelo is the person that's running from a dog, right? And that dog is on his ass, and he pull a pork chop out of his pocket and throw it to the side, trying to distract the dog. That's who Teofimo Lopez is to Canelo Alvarez. Teofimo Lopez is the pork chop that Canelo threw to the side of the road trying to get that dog off his ass. Unbelievable. He should fight Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo Lopez deserves it more. How? How does he deserve it? How? Did he do anything at 147? Did he really do anything at 140? So Teofimo Lopez deserves a Crawford fight, but Crawford doesn't deserve a Canelo fight. They perpetrate the activation of the Jerry curl like a motherfucker, bro. Those who know what I mean by that. It don't make no sense. They perpetrate the activation of the Jerry curl like a motherfucker. But anyway, with that said, with these videos, I'm not going to hold y'all for a long time. You understand? Salute to all of the dope channels in my dope channel alert box. You know what I mean? Everybody go check them out. And listen, you know how it is when we talking this boxing.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah. And with that said, Tough Glove Boxing, hit that like button for your boy. Hit the notification to make sure you get reminded when the next videos are coming up. You understand? Share the video on your Twitter, on your YouTube, and all your social media platforms. And with that said, Tough Glove Boxing, we are out. Oh, my bad.
That man is the best in the world.
I'm thinking of you.
The greatest. The greatest. The greatest. I know what I'm talking about.
You think you're tough? I'm thinking of you.
That's it. It's over.
You be all right. You tough, right?